got home and it's just trying
And in today's episode, welcome back. We're going to be replacing our cowl that we had on there before. That essentially broke when I went to replace my little filter that I have under here. That's right there. But yeah, basically need to replace that, get the new one on there, get that going. And then for the last piece, daily resist, or destroy everything as I'm walking around the car. I need to also replace this busted piece of junk that's been on here for 30 years. So it's been fine for a while, but it's finally kicked the bucket. So we'll get that taken out, get those taken out of the boxes, and then knock this stuff out. Everything that I ended up getting, I got from R-Speed during the Black Friday sale. So kind of got a little bit of a discount on everything. Makes it a little bit easier. And then once we get this open, we can compare it with our old one and just take a look, see what we got going on here. So I'm probably gonna need 2 hands for this to completely pull this out. Nope, here we go. I appreciate them packaging it the way they did. Hopefully nothing's broken. And we should be good. Nice. New bag. New trim piece up top. Everything seems pretty solid. And hey, we got new clips too. Cool. So that works. So the whole thing looks pretty sick. Let me pull out the old one. Okay, so this is the original one. Nothing's truly wrong with it overall. Just old, ancient, brittle. Mainly the brittle part. So when I was fixing everything before, this is what broke off on the edge. So this is why I'm replacing the entire thing. But yeah. I may keep this as a backup. I may just destroy it. I don't even know, to be honest with you. But really, I should only need that one. So it's cool to see that they still make parts for a super old car. Not even super old, but same age as me. So it's kind of cool. So let's get this taken out and see if we have to take the entire hood off to get it on. Hopefully not. I think we will, though. And then our R-Speed box. Oh, nice. We got a little jet tag. That's cool. R-Speed, as always. And hopefully this just comes out with ease too. I'm gonna definitely need another hand for this. Ignore my outfit. All right, cool. Should be able to open this up. And we have our brand new cage cluster, which is also nice and wrapped up. So that is a beautiful thing. Stand by. All right, cool. So it just looks good in general. Not broken, not cracked up. Comes with the clips. And I'm sure we'll break things later. But yeah, we can throw this on. And then we can throw this on. And we should be set for the smaller things. Overall, there's still plenty of things to do. So let's get to it. Cool. So we'll start with this and then getting this broken POS off. So pretty much just need screwdrivers. And yours is still connected in the back. Good yank, but mine are not. So let's get to it. So now, looking good again. It's the little things. It's the little things. So I do see a little bit of a gap here. I don't know if that's normal because mine's always been different. I'm kind of taped in there, but I'm still happy with it. Either which way. I think it's just a newer style. is my guess. So, and for the record, this is how brittle super old plastic is. Doesn't really, oh, this is a nice side. Well, that's shattered. Okay, wasn't supposed to be so dramatic, but it's literally just supposed to be, like, most of these just break apart pretty easy, but okay. All right, so now it's time to get this on. Let's get it out of the bag, throw it up there, bolt it down finally so we can complete this whole look up here again. So as you can see, this is a brand new unit here, and it came with the hardware, or I guess the covers. So cool, sweet. Looks like this is a little more durable given it's new. So yeah, let's throw this thing on. Cool, so we got it lined up pretty much where it needs to be with everything. We need to get the extra pieces that are, I think, at the bottom of this, and the puppies. Gotta find the extra pieces, but there's extra pieces that are, oh, here, they're actually still in the bag, that need to go, basically, so that way we can actually attach the screws, and then we should be set. So, cool. So these are some of those small pieces. These will just sandwich in, and then clip it right down with the screws. So, like I was saying, there's little holes. So right where these are, there's a hole underneath. Oh, I'm stuck. There's a hole right underneath. That little, that's a giant square. Let me see if I can get a, there we go. So those squares essentially just line up with these. Just push in, and it should just sit down. It'll try and go crooked, just try and keep it straight, and just push it. And you can still adjust it once it's in there and move it around, but that way it's actually lined up. So that's how you'll do. Now we'll get our little screws, put them in the hole for each one, and then cinch it down. So it doesn't need to be super tight or anything. I would just assume it needs to be snug, decently snug, and go from there. So you don't strip the hole. Now we have our little covers, which I'm just gonna put these in because I need to have the hood down and put those in. And I need to put a screw or a bolt in those. So I'll knock these out real quick and then show you the final. And then the final product, each one of these will look the same. I just have oily fingers, but that way it looks OEM. Back to, well, it is OEM, but back to what it used to be. So sweet, that's covered and we're good to go. Now we can get rid of all these boxes, clean up a few things. And it sounds like our intake manifold should be done hopefully this week. So next video we may go over that too, but yeah, now I can talk about my wife's Ioniq 5 for a second. Okay, I have the bolts or the screws in there, so now I can actually put the caps on. And since I didn't show it in the last part, they just literally push in. These are a little different because they have actual ends. You can see the other ones just kind of push in and maneuver around, but oh, nice. Okay. Cool, there we go. Now it's in there. It's not usually that hard, but yeah, knock out the other side and I'm done. All right, so what I didn't do the last time was just to hang up my fuel lines underneath the car. So these are little brackets that I got. They basically show up like this. In little boxes, they have a little Allen bolt right there. But because I don't want to drill any more holes in my car, at least for now, I am going to make these holes a little bit bigger. And obviously we have spares. I only really need to use 2, but basically going to try and drill out the hole to make it bigger, to make it M6. I think this is like an M4 bolt right now, or an M3 even, one of the two. But yeah, we're gonna drill this out so that way it can utilize one of these. This is what the bolt hole is already set for. So really I don't even need to make this like threadable. I just need to drill it out, but either way. So that's my goal, and then I'll show you what happens underneath the car once it's all together. So step 1, drill a big hole, not big hole, but big enough for this to slide all the way through and through. Cut some through the back. If this bolt isn't long enough, I have others that will work, but yep, now to do the other side, and then we should be set to slap this thing together. And then the easiest way to keep this straight, just cinch them together and then drill the hole through. That way it's flat up top, and then it'll go through smooth all the way through and through. So now we'll check our clearance, and we're through. We have a little bit of thread, so might get a little bit longer of a bolt just to thread in to the car properly, and then I'll show you the spot where we're threaded in. Never mind, more than enough thread showing through for this. So let's slap it on there. All right, with the garage light on, you can see this bolt right here. So this is where, remember, my flex fuel sensor is. And can get off of things right here. Probably easier to see this way. But yeah, so that's there. This is where the other bolt is. That's in the chassis itself, not drilled by me. So I'm just gonna reuse that. And then the rest is pretty much gonna pull itself up top. We might keep them together a little bit closer up top, but it's not gonna dangle like it is now. So we'll go ahead and put this in here, put it up, turn it sideways, and put the fuel rails through. Knock it out. All right, cool. So got it attached, nice and solid, not coming off, anything like that. So that way I don't have to worry about those dragging anywhere. And then we'll basically just keep running the rest of this stuff up. I don't think there's another attachment point. This is an attachment point here, but I think that's just clipped in overall. But yeah, oh, you're upside down. So I'll basically just keep this as tight as I can, pull it up, and then it'll be all the way. You can't see anything but in the engine bay. So it's gonna be tight with where all this is right now, but we'll see. If not, I'll end up getting another line and doing it again. But hopefully it just works out the way it's supposed to, and then we'll be set. So, but yeah, that's it for this one. I should be hopefully getting my intake manifold back this weekend, so we can put that in, slap all this stuff back together, and then we should be good to, yeah, put that in and drive it. Maybe not drive it, put it back in, make sure everything's doing what it's supposed to, and then drive it. But we definitely need some tuning to be done with all the changes, and then the changes from before, the fuel pressure regulator and everything else, we're definitely gonna need to do some tuning. So saving for that, but that's for another day. So like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.